With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello everyone, both the capacitors shown in the figure are made of square plate of edge A. The separation between the plates of the capacitor are D1 and D2 as shown in the figure. The potential difference is applied between the points A and B. Electron is projected between the plates of upper capacitor along the central line. With what minimum speed should the electron be projected so that it do not collide with any plate? Consider only electric force. So if you see here, this is the diagram. So what will be the potential difference between these two plate of the first capacitor? So you can see that the distance between the two plates is D1 and D2, right? So we know that the capacitance is what? Capacitance is A epsilon naught by D, right? So if I talk about the potential difference between two capacitor plate, so that will be calculated by, if you see they both are connected in series, so they will have the same charge, and we know that the charge is C into V. So since they are in series, so they will have the same charge, right? So if I write down this is C1 into V1 and it will be C2 into V2. So let's calculate this V1 and V2, and if you see here, the multiplication of the two will be the same, and if you see the capacitance is inversely related with the distance between the plates, so we can just write down A epsilon naught by D1 into V1 is equals to A epsilon naught by D2 into V2. So what is it? It is C1 V1 is equals to C2 V2, since the charge will be the same. So see what we got. The electric field across them will be the same, that is V by D. So let us write down first V1 by D, V2 it is equals to D1 by D2. Now we will write down the potential difference will be in the ratio of D1 and D2. So we can just write down the the potential difference across the first plate will be equals to V D1 by D1 plus D2, right? And if you see here, you can also get the electric field. It will be equals to, since the electric field is the rate of change of potential, right? So it is change in potential by change in distance. So if you see here, the distance change is D1 and the potential difference that is across it is V1. So it will be this. So you can just put the value of V1, it is this. Now, as you got this, you can get the force on the electron, right? Now if you see the potential difference, it is given, it is applied, it is this, and electric field, it is this. So we will write down the electric force on the first, between the first capacitor plate. If the electron is thrown here, right, this is the first capacitor, so it will be equals to, it is this, right? And if you see the acceleration, it is electric force by mass, it is d1 by d2, right? Now if you see here, what we want, the minimum velocity with which it should be projected so that it could it will not collide the plate, right? So how much time it will take? So first of all, if you see here, if I write down these two direction as x and y, so you would see very clearly that there is no acceleration in x direction. The acceleration is only present in y direction, that is like this. So in x direction there will be normal motion, and side length of the square, it is already given, it is a, right, edge length. So we'll write down the time, it is equals to, so if you see, the distance traveled, it is v into t, so time will be equals to a by v. So this will be the time taken by the electron to travel in this direction by a distance a, like this, and here the velocity is v. But the electron will also travel some distance in y direction, and what is that distance? That distance is this, a by 2, right? So in this time the electrons should travel a by 2 distance. In a by v time, electron should travel the distance d by 2. So this is not a by 2, this is d1 by 2. So if you see here, we'll write down displacement in y direction is equals to velocity in y direction, acceleration in y direction. So you can just see that there is no velocity in y direction, this is 0, and acceleration in y direction is this only. Distance travel, since it is thrown along the central line, so it will be d by 2. Acceleration is this by 2, and t we already calculated, it is a by v. So we'll write down this, and we want this v, right? So why we took this distance d by 2? So maximum distance that it could travel, it is d by 2. So this d1 by 2, it is the maximum distance in y direction. If it will travel more than this, then it will strike, right? So how much distance it should travel? It should travel this. So let me write down, if sy will be more than this, it will collide. So if you see here, you can just put the value. So we want this v, this 2 could be cancelled out, and we will write down this v square, it is equals to, so we'll take this d here, it is by v, a square by m d1 into d1 plus d2. So you can just take under root, so it will be this, and this will be the answer. Now you can just check for the option EVA square by m d1 into d1 plus d2. So EVA square upon m d1 up into d1 plus d2. So this is B. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.